So a couple of weeks ago, me, Paul, Tatiana, and Charles were confirmed over at St Andrews in Hertford, and I had the privilege of being able to read out my testimony to the people that were present then. And I thought it's really important that obviously people here, my own church, obviously know my faith journey as well. So I've written it down and I'll share it with you now. So my spiritual journey began very early in my life, as I was christened when I was just 5 weeks old, and I actually found the photographs yesterday when I was looking. Although this was a decision made on my behalf, it marked the beginning of a relationship with God and the church that has continued to grow, deepen, and be tested over time. Around 9 years ago, I began attending St James. At first, this was not easy. I did not feel immediately welcomed, and some people struggled with my same-sex relationship. This was painful, but as relationships developed and people came to know me, my partner, and the foster children in our care, attitudes began to change. Through openness and perseverance, St James gradually became a place where I felt I belonged. As my confidence grew, I became more involved in church life, helping with children's church, supporting the night shelter, and later working in a church school where I led worship and prayer. These experiences deepened my understanding of service, hospitality, and compassion, and helped me see how faith is lived out in practical ways. When Laura became priest in charge, I moved to Holy Trinity. During this time, my faith grew stronger, and even though I continued to face challenges, particularly around the Church of England's stance on marriage, rather than stepping back, I felt called to engage more deeply. Through involvement in the PCC, Deanery Synod, and Diocesan Synod, I found purpose in using my voice for the good of others and discovered that faith can include challenge, advocacy, and hope. Prayer has become central to my journey. Using the prayer up, often while walking in nature, has helped me remain attentive to God's presence. Reading in church, writing prayers, and supporting the food bank have reinforced my belief that faith is not only something we profess, but something we live out through action. As I come to confirmation, I am reflecting prayerfully on where God may be calling me next. Through my involvement in worship, leadership, pastoral care and teaching, and through my current participation in the Lay Leaders of Worship course, I am beginning to wonder whether a form of recognised ministry may be part of my future. I hold this not as a fixed destination, but as an honest question I bring before God. Confirmation feels like an important step in my journey, choosing for myself the faith first promised on my behalf, and committing to continue growing in faith, serving others, and trusting God's guidance as I seek to follow Christ more deeply. Thank you.